Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up. Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up. Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up. Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up.
Money taller than the trees in Yosemite.
The heavens.
Got my 40 on me, that's my mini-me.
My weapon.
Damn near anything I want, I can afford it.
Listen.
Never hustle backwards, always forward.
Progression.
I can multitask, always on the grind. I can walk and chew gum at the same time. I ain't on hiatus, I ain't missing in action. I'm the center of attention, bitch, the main attraction. When I enter the turf, when I pull up,
What happened?
people gather around me like an ice cream truck.
No cap.
People always ask me what I do for a living.
What you do?
I wear many hats, I'm something like Liz. I love liquor and sex, booty and breasts. A couple stretch marks and cellulite on her flesh. She got her legs open like a field goal pile. Booty softer than the King Hawaiian roll.
Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up. Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up. Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up. Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up. Big sub.
Big subwoofer bouncing like a trampoline. Glass shake when I roll past the scene. Candy apple paint dripping classic green. Everybody eating, you can ask the team. Fast and mean, speakers bumping, tags is clean. Keep me something to smoke on, bad bitch to poke on. Bass hit like an earthquake. You niggas hold on, I hit the block and roll on.
My bitch got ass like 218s. Her favorite Too Short song is In Those Jeans. Shake it, baby, if you like this song. Do a nasty dance every time they turn it on. It's got more bass than baseball. She down on her knees, she want a facial. I gotta give her what she want. Turn it up loud and let that shit bump. Everybody love the funk. Slumping in the trunk. You in the back seat, wishing you was in the front. She said something, asked me if I heard, but bitch, I can't hear one motherfucking word. Bitch.
Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up. Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up. Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up. Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up.
Big subwoofer, big titty hooker, cocaine cooker, rooftop looker, looked out and saw TJ Hooker, jumped off the roof like Superfly Snooker. You know me, I'm up in it like a booger. Then I treat the bitch like some dice and I shook her. I heard this youngin' screaming like a woman, yelling that they coming. Nigga, we ain't running. It's a new day, still got the AK. If these bitches wanna take it back to 88, turn the music down before we lockin' horns. Keep the party going, it's a false alarm.
Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up. Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up. Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up. Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up. Big subwoofer.
Yeah, man, Mount Westmore.
Big
Shout
subwoofer.
out to Snoopy. Muddy Water.
Big
Short
subwoofer.
Dog.
Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up. Big subwoofer.
Yeah, that's an epic group right there, man. Straight out the West Coast.
I don't fuck with them Hollywood niggas. In the game, I'm the keep it right nigga. Cause all these rap niggas know my niggas wanna kill. Basic bitches can't suck dick, no. Basic bitches haven't fucked the click. They try to have me on some sucker shit, but I'ma do it my way, nigga.
Throw something on right quick. Hope everybody can hear me loud and clear. Yeah, I know you hear that big ass noise, that fan and shit, man. It's hot as fucking Cali right now, man. Throw something on right quick. Hold on. Yeah, just something to lighten the mood a little bit. Let me get to the comments, man. Show my respects. appreciation. Hope everybody's doing well on this beautiful Sunday. I would say Sunday afternoon, but it's more like Sunday, evening? Yeah, buddy. Don't need a man. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate that, sister. Slim. Appreciate you being here, sister. Thank you. Nicole, appreciate you, Quinn. Thank you for being here tonight. Sunday evening. DD, Lil Sis, appreciate you being here. Just going through this shit, man. Just greeting everybody. Hope all is well. I do appreciate you being here tonight with me. Sunday evening, chilling, man. The fan booming. It's hot as fuck. Yes. Happy Sunday to you all. Hope your Sunday's going well. Yeah, we're going to talk about some shit, Shalom and Barah to everybody. Blessings and peace. Just trying to see if I missed anybody in here. What's going on, Deanna? Appreciate you being here, sis. African Goddess, appreciate you being here, sis. Thank you very, very much. Realist, what's going on with you, G? See you up in here, man. I'm gonna drop the link in a minute. I gotta talk my shit first. Man, you know. If the fan is a little noisy, I can crank it down a little bit. This is hot as fuck in this motherfucker. It chose to be hella hot today for some fucking reason. And it's not even the humidity, it's the heat. It's the sun beaming on your ass. You gotta get that motherfucking air, man. Sexy Southern Belle, appreciate you being here, Queen. Thank you very much. Yeah, here. Shit, the heat fried my brain and shit. I'm fucking playing. Shit, yeah, please hit that like for a brother. Appreciate it. Just making sure everybody got greeted. But there's a few little topics I wanted to talk about. And reason why I titled it "We Looking Weak Out Here" wasn't no specific reason. I just felt like the things that I see on here and just the mind state that I see my people in, not just on social media, but in real life. And I think we got shit a little fucked up. I think we really think this shit is a fucking game. I really do. And a lot of these dudes on here, man, they looking pathetic on this motherfucker. They really looking pathetic. I never seen so many people in one area back on what the fuck, double back on what the fuck they initially was meaning when they came on here. Initially what they whole fucking thing was, they mojo, if you will, when they came on here. It's like I don't want to say that guy's name, but you know, the guy that the black woman is God. Mr. Pseudo, I call him. All the melanated women are black bees now. Bitches. They lie on motherfuckers now. But when he got on the platform, they were black goddesses. They was the god of the earth. And then he lost his fucking mind. Right? I mean, for real. Think about this shit. There's a lot of motherfuckers, supposedly pro-black motherfuckers that came on here with the dashikis. Had they flag and all that shit. And now they calling people hookers. quick to sell you out for $1. Fuck, they quick to sell themselves out for $1. Fuck, even some change. Even some change. They came on here decked out, all the whole shit. Like the whole 9 and shit, man. Black power. Black power. Now this motherfucker call them motherfuckers hookers. What's going on with the Queen?
What's up, Rosie? I see you speaking on the cooning and gooning. I'm just listening.
Man, I just started, man. I'm not even in my bag yet, man. I'm not in my bag yet.
I'm gonna let you roll with it. I'm here.
Yeah, I'm about to get started, man. So y'all, please don't forget to hit that like, share this shit, man. That's all the big homie asked for, man. You know, it's free. It's free. Comment too. Thank you. You know, it's a lot of topics I'm gonna go over to tonight to really showcase what I'm talking about. Because I know when a lot of people hear a topic, it's kind of hard for them to really grasp, you know, what the fuck you talking about, right? So I'm gonna show you some clips in a minute, you know, after I pop this trigger off. We are right now at like, what is that parasitic, just that bottom of the ocean type fucking shit status right now. And I say that given the shit that I've seen on this motherfucker. It's very embarrassing, to say the least. It's very fucking embarrassing. The fact that a lot of these people, and I don't do ageism, I don't do any of that shit. I think people that hit a certain age that do have that wisdom, I do appreciate that, whether it's male or female, doesn't matter. But when you see people about to be in their 60s, probably their early 60s, however you want to put it, begging, just on here straight begging, and just no integrity, no standard. They go back, they backpedal on their shit, on what they stood for before, and now it's just like, well, I'm gonna get my tippity tap on because you sending me a cash out. And I think I've said this numerous times, that the Cash App is got so abused. It got so abused. Whatever just happening to go outside and just getting a job. Whatever happened to that? And don't get me wrong. I mean, there's nothing wrong with sending some money to, you know, your favorite YouTuber or, you know, whoever, family or friends. That's not what I'm really talking about. What I'm talking about is hit the Cash App, excuse me. Hit the Cash App and the like. Hit the like, hit the Cash App, hit the like, Cash App. Because I think people should be able to decide if they want to like it. I say it because it's free. You should be able to hit that. You know, you enjoy the content, you enjoy the person behind the content, it's free. But I'm not going to hold a gun to you while doing that shit. I'm definitely not going to do that shit. I'm not going to hold you hostage if you don't Cash App me shit. If you don't Venmo or PayPal anything. Never did. Never will. That's why you gotta get your ass up. You gotta get a fucking job. You gotta get a fucking hustle about yourself. What's embarrassing is seeing grown motherfuckers begging on here. That's embarrassing. That's pretty scary. I don't know about the next person, but that's embarrassing. For people almost triple my age begging. And don't stand on shit. They don't stand on steps on this motherfucker from what I see. They don't stand on the motherfucking concrete, the ground they walk on. These motherfuckers is really flip-flopping on this motherfucker. For a Cash App. All in the name of a Cash App. And a like. And a like. Thank you. I mean, we looking bad. We looking weak out here because a lot of these people never really had much of a childhood, much of a teenhood. Adolescence was destroyed. And okay, Queen, I appreciate that. You hop on. Get your tail on with your phone charger. Appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, a lot of people on here, like they lived through this shit. Like, these people really think that this shit be like they real fucking life and shit, man. Like YouTube, even social media in general, was meant for you to be social, like we're doing now. That's it. No agendas, no handcuffs, no blackmails. I'm not holding shit against nobody. Against nobody. What you tell me is what you tell me. It's been like that since I've been on this motherfucker. Anybody can motherfucking contest to that. Because for one, I don't live on this motherfucker. For two, I'm a solid motherfucker in real life. So you see how that translates into, you can have a conversation and that conversation stays between us. Right? And as it should with everybody on this motherfucker too. What you talk about with other people on social media, off of social media, should be off of social media. I hate seeing that messy shit. I really do. I really do. It's fucking embarrassing. You don't see no other groups breaking up, making up, breaking up. Motherfuckers is living through fucking dolls and shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people, man? These motherfuckers are living through fucking movie character dolls and shit. Like, what the fuck? Dolls. And I ain't with none of that doxing shit either. But I am for a good laugh. I mean, if you gon' put your life out there like the jokes a lot of these people's lives are, I'ma laugh, bitch. I'm definitely gonna laugh. Appreciate it, Sexy Bill. Thank you. Much love. Thank you. I'ma laugh. But I'm laughing at grown people. Grown ass men, grown ass women that's entertaining people on social media. I'm not laughing at the deceased. I'm not laughing at children. But if motherfuckers want to keep shit going between other grown ass motherfuckers, that's up to y'all. You can instantly just stop. And there is people on here that do stop and get the fuck off this shit. and get their life together and tend to their life. But a lot of motherfuckers see, they let that ego shit get to them. I don't want you to tell me what to do. Who are you? I'm a boss. Something. I ain't never seen so many rich motherfuckers on here. I ain't never seen so many rich motherfuckers on here that's always begging. It's always a motherfucker begging, and then it's always a motherfucker calling somebody else for begging when you beg too. How the fuck does that shit work? How the fuck does that shit work, man? I'm watching the motherfucker live. I'm gonna be quick with this shit. I'm gonna let you go, Queen. I'm rambling, but I had to get this shit off the chest nest, man. I was watching somebody live the other night, and this shit is hilarious because this bitch is known for begging. All she do is beg. Beg, beg, beg. I don't do this shit for free. Bitch, it's social media. It's not a fucking job. What the fuck is you talking about? But she always, no, I don't do this shit for free. You get up, you better hit the cash app. All she does is beg. All she do. And then when other people want to get some money, and then they start begging, nah, you begging too. Why the fuck you begging? Why the fuck would they give you all the money when I'm begging first? I beg. I'm like, bro, why don't y'all just get a fucking job? Why can't you just get a fucking job? Score, what's up with you? You got something you want to add?
No, I was just thinking about, it's a saying that I would sell my body, I would sell anything. No, that it's a saying that you'll sell your body, you'll sell anything before you'll beg and ask somebody for something. And then I think about on YouTube, these people are actually selling their bodies virtually on here for a few dollars. It's really sad. It's pathetic. Now, don't get me wrong. Somebody has some good content or, it hits you in your spirit. By all means, if you want to donate, that's fine. But to support somebody's lifestyle, that's stupid. It's just like welfare in a sense. And like I say, you will become a caseworker on here if these people get so creative and crafty though. For the beg, it's like, damn, people done lied about sexual abuse to get on here to get donations. They done lied about domestic violence, about losing babies, childhood traumas. I have never seen so much dysfunction and just evilness in my whole life. It's scary to me. It's really scary. But yeah, you hitting on good points. But these people were pulling their skirts up, bending it over for the YouTube streets. It's sad. So that's what I wanted to say.
It's like, to me, it's just like, I'm gonna start calling it, what's that, y'all call it e-begging, I'm gonna call it e-prostitution. I'm gonna call it e-prostitution.
That's what e-hoeing.
E-slutting. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's to me, so I dropped the link, and he tried, remember, want to come up, we just discussing some shit. We're gonna get into some clips in a little bit, you feel me? But, right now, I want to discuss, a lot of shit that I see on this motherfucker. And a lot of people on here don't understand or really care to even care how they are viewed to other fucking people. Like how your children gonna be when they see this or they stumble across your shit. You know what I mean? How do you feel when you get off this motherfucker? Some people might say, I don't feel shit. Okay. But if you getting people fired and you talking about people, children and people, kids and shit, you telling me that shit's well with you, you okay with that shit. That's fine with you to talk about the deceased and innocent children that haven't done shit to you. And then contradict yourself too, dog. You can't beg, but only I can beg. Like, bitch, how you gonna be the only one begging for money, but can't nobody else get any money? And then the question is, why the fuck are all y'all begging for money?
That's the truth. But it's like, I look at it like this is a brothel. So you'll lose your voice, being a preacher coming into a virtual, brothel, preaching to the prostitutes that they need to turn their life over to God. Like, it's a waste of time. Like, that's just it's the belly of the beast to me. It brings out the worst in people. And I'm not speaking on the whole platform, but these sections concentrated in Black people, it's a mess. It's I don't want to be associated with it.
It's like some evil satanic shit over here, man. Shout out to Step, man. What's up with you, bro? I see you up on Step coming up, man. That's Step.
What up? What's going on?
What's up with you, bro? First time, man.
I'm on my break. What's up, sport?
Hey, broski, long time no hear.
I know. I just had a shit over here. Like, it'll be over there with y'all.
Oh my God.
Definitely. Realist up here too. What's up with you, Realist?
Salute to Realist.
What's up, my brother?
Yeah, what up? What up, Dawn? What up, Sport? What up, Steph? How y'all, man?
Ain't nothing. I just came up to say what's up to y'all. I ain't heard y'all in a while, so I'm on my break. I'm about to get back in the chat room.
Bro, I appreciate
all
that,
right,
man.
bro.
Real shit.
Take care.
All right.
All right, bro. The link always open, man, if you want to hop back up, man. The link, if anybody needs the link, anybody can hop up. Yeah, I might have some clips in a little bit, but I think the begging shit, I think that shit just had me like, how could you get mad at other people for wanting the same thing that you begging for? And then my whole thing is, this the other thing, and I've always been real big on this shit, especially on my community wall, with the poverty shaming. And everybody always, come across as they so rich. Like, if you so rich, then why the fuck is you always begging for cash apps? And the crazy thing is, the one that's always poverty shaming be the one begging the most. And we already know about your raggedy ass. This bitch going across the country and shit is some fucking hefty bags and shit, as suitcases and shit. But you always trying to point people out. Oh, I don't wear that shit. Why you wearing that cheap ass shit? Like, bitch, wasn't you just begging the other fucking day and you had some hefty bags and shit? That's luggage and shit.
Them be the first ones to get doxxed too. Because people be wanting to see. They be doxing this shit. Have y'all been seeing the people get doxxed? Lord, man. I mean, I could imagine now, but back when I was on there, jeez, I mean, they doxing dead relatives. I mean, God damn.
Nah, that's a fact, though. Like I told you, I can't tell you how many times I've been seeing people get up here. They brag about their lifestyle, right? They talk about they got the car, they got a house, they got all this, right? But then they always up there asking for the cash app, and they don't even get called out on it. You know what I'm saying? So I said to this one person, they kept avoiding the question. I'm like, if you so good in life, why is you on here when you call yourself not only begging for cash app, but you looking down on anybody else that is on here who not even asking for it, but you up here doing it. But they just go around that if you try to call them out. But you're right, though. Some of these people, they be getting doxxed because people really be trying to see, are they really living like that? Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, you find out a lot of them live in some fucking apartment complex, low income apartment complex and shit. And then it's like, bro, so just you living there, doesn't that kind of like X you out or talking shit on who poor and who not?
Well,
I
not
mean,
really, because some of these apartments be costing more than houses.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Just depending on where you are in the country too. But it's a lot of people out here with no vehicles in the 2022. Grown people with no cars. That's unbelievable to me. No
yeah, I
cars.
don't know how the fuck they doing that. You need that shit to get the fuck around.
Yes, Lord. I mean, it's like whatever you have, just be humble. That's my thing. And just be humble about it. Because I know I come from humble beginnings, definitely not rich. And I said that from day one. But you can call me a lot of things, but delinquent and in collections and all that, no, you can't. That's what you can't call me. So
For real, man. And I think that people that are, honest with themselves know that, you don't have all the money in the world. Some people do live paycheck to paycheck, and it's not because they want to. It's just that we all know that the economy is fucked up, and it's always been pretty fucked up where your average American does have to go paycheck from paycheck and shit.
yes, Lord.
So I'm always blessed, you know what I mean, to just have food on the table and to get to work and shit and do what the fuck I need to do. You know what I mean? To pay my shit. So I ain't gonna never be no bragger, man. I ain't gonna never be no bragger, man. Real shit. I'm just a humble motherfucker, man, because it could be worse. And I've seen worse. I've seen people fucking sleeping on sidewalks and shit, man. It's a motherfucker that sleep, got a pallet all on the fucking sidewalk, man, right up the street where I'm from. And he got himself a nice little house, man, nice little box house and shit. And I'm every day, you know what I mean? I'm just thankful, man. I shoot him a couple of bucks, man, but I never overshoot shit that I can't, afford to shoot people. You know what I mean? Because I still have to make sure.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, because I ain't going to never give you something that I can't afford it. You know what I mean? If it's going to hurt me in the long run, I can't do it. It'll be like, I wish I could. That's all I got. See what I mean? But go ahead.
I was saying when we were giving that stuff to the homeless, some of them places was nice as hell. End tables and pictures and all the shit. I said, So I said, if things ever get bad, I mean, we all a paycheck or two away. You can make like that video I sent you with the guy he had like a 3-bedroom, like under the underpass. Did you watch it?
Oh yeah. I seen it. That's in LA, right? Like Skid Row and shit.
Yeah. Oh, maybe you could play it. So, well, I mean, he was living under an underpass. He had a hot tub. He had bedrooms. He was renting out tents for $10 a night. Like,
that's smart.
I mean, you have to do what you have to do. But
I like what little sis Didi said. She said, "Don't live beyond your means." I like that shit because when people, especially melanated folk, we want to buy them fucking expensive ass Jordans and shit, and think we can do that and like neglect your children that can't eat. But you got them new Jordans on, you got nails did and this shit. All our priorities is fucked up as men and women. Shit, both of them.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
That's fucked up.
It's about humility. At the end of the day, it's really about humility. You know what I'm saying? I say it all the time. Like everything that we get, everything that we have, it's a blessing. I was like waking up in the morning, that right there, even if you wake up with $1 in your pocket, I'm not saying that to be like extremely happy for, but I'm saying there's always going to be somebody in a worse position. And you know how you was just talking about, like, there are people who don't have nowhere to live and stuff like that, right? And you want to know the crazy shit about that? those be the ones that have more humility than these motherfuckers on here.
Yes, indeed.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yes, indeed.
That's crazy.
I've always been a type, even if I have $20, I'm gonna give at least, $5 or $3 away because I believe in you get it back tenfold, especially when you do it from your heart. And I think if more people, was more humble in that sense, but not doing it just because you're gonna get it back, but just being just anybody could use some help, and if more people just help somebody, I mean, we wouldn't be in the state we in now. It's real bad.
Exactly.
It's real bad.
And it's worse for us as people because we so fucking ignorant and selfish and self-centered and egotistical and shit. Like, if it ain't about me, I ain't fucking with it, and I support this motherfucker before I support the black man. And it's like, but y'all motherfuckers support dumb shit when there are, many businesses out there trying to start up that you can actually support, but y'all motherfuckers choose not to support the shit. But then you always crying saying we don't have shit, which prompted me into getting myself my own shit. So I just don't understand this shit. Like, we look dumb as fuck out here, man. And it's sad because we got so much potential. There's so much potential, man. Like, we got more opportunities than our ancestors and shit, but we're not using them. We bickering on this motherfucker. We got old ass motherfucking sissy motherfucking five motherfuckers throwing their legs around this shit like a little bitch. And this motherfucker 60 years old in female leggings and shit. And this is what y'all supporting, but y'all want to support a motherfucker trying to get his shit off the ground.
But do we look at him or do we look at the people supporting him? Because I mean, I've been calling. Yeah, but the people falling for it and believing it, like, I realize that we need some hope. We need something to hope for, like, and in any form of somebody, preaching to us or telling us everything we want to hear, we hook, line, and sinker. Like, we so desperate for any kind of hope or inspiration, we'll fall for anything. It's sad. It's really sad.
Exactly. And I was gonna get to this clip, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people seen it or whatnot. This is another reason why I say what I say, and why we out here looking bad as grown people. We got kids that are unprotected, and then we have other kids that are seeking acceptance because older people were saying, hey, it's cool not to have no self-care or no self-worth because you feel like the community don't like you or some shit like that. And it's the reason why I'm saying that. I'm gonna get to that story. But when I come to the topic of protection and children being protected, I'm pretty sure we all seen, the little Sesame Street shit. And the thing that pissed me off the most is how we have to seek validation from these people all the goddamn time. If we wasn't so fucking eager, and I do understand they were kids, but we need to understand it's a different time. A lot of these people don't have an issue showing that they don't like you, or even telling you, hey, I don't fucking like you. You're an N-word. I don't fuck with you. See, it was different when I was coming up. When I was coming up, they hid shit, right? They didn't tell you how they really fucking felt. But now they tell you how they fucking feel. They feel, and I'm just disappointed in a lot of the parents not schooling their children and protecting their children properly. But I want to dive into this clip. I know a lot of people seen it, a lot of people dove into it. But I want y'all to see for sure, you know, everything that I'm talking about, so we can get a good look at it.
Sesame Place is under fire this week after a video of an encounter with a performer and two little black girls on Saturday. It went viral. Many users on social media calling the park racist, and parents saying that the park needs to do better for their children. One of those parents sharing her daughter's experience with NBC News correspondent Isa Gutierrez.
This video shows an encounter between the Sesame Street character Rosita and two young black girls, Skylar and Naomi Brown, at Sesame Place on Saturday. Upset by what they experienced, the family retained a lawyer to investigate and possibly sue. He says they want to talk to people who were at the park when this video was filmed and evaluate other videos that have surfaced since.
An incident like this should not have to go viral for the harms to be properly addressed by corporations in this country.
Other videos allegedly show multiple incidents of a performer dressed as Rosita ignoring kids of color.
We cannot and will not allow our children to leave a park feeling empty when they should leave feeling empowered.
The original post has been viewed more than 800,000 times since it was shared on Instagram Monday. Users responded, some calling the incident racist, others sharing their own videos of past experiences, like Tavaz.
They actually hugged the child, maybe 2 or 3 children before they even got to us. But when they got past us, literally no waving, no hello. They didn't even give us any gesture that they even recognized us. They skipped right past us.
Tavaz is mom to Emery and Parker. She said it's a tradition for her family to go to Sesame Place every year. So when her girls got skipped, she didn't initially think it was on purpose.
I'm like, maybe they couldn't see. Maybe they were too short. You know, you have those questions. You question yourself.
Tavaz said she knew she had to share her daughter's experience after seeing the other videos surface. Now she says she'll need to see changes before they go back.
No, it is impossible to literally hug every kid. But if you're going to hug children, at least hug a few brown and black children. It shouldn't be so blatant.
The outrage on social media following Saturday's incident prompted Sesame Place to issue a statement on Monday that said they apologized to the Brown family and offered them back for a special meet and greet with the characters. The statement also attributed Saturday's encounter to Rosita's costume, claiming it's difficult for the performers to see at lower levels and that it wasn't purposeful. Many users responded to the statement, calling it, quote, a horrible answer. A second response from the park came a couple days later that said in part, we will conduct training for our employees and we are committed to doing a better job making children and families feel special, seen and included when they come to our parks.
Once they put on that costume, they have to portray the whatever Sesame Street's characters embody.
Right.
So you no longer can go by what you want to do. You have to be that character.
Lauren and Rodney Willie said their daughter Lola was so excited to meet Rosita, and it hurt to see her seemingly dismissed.
What we want is for Sesame Place to do the things that they said they're going to do in their second statement, which is to have better training, to have more inclusivity in mind for their staff.
Sesame Street has been a TV staple, educating young children of color on important social issues for more than 50 years. People on social media are saying this is one reason they're angry and sad over these videos.
The time is now to do right by these families. The time is now to right these wrongs.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.
Couple of things went through my brain on that. What did y'all gather from that lovely clip?
Man, let me say this real quick, right? All right, when I first ran into this, I watched it multiple times, downloaded this thing, everything, ended up putting it up on my channel. You probably seen me put it up. Now, this video ended up getting close to 40,000 views, right? You could tell a lot. You could tell the majority of people that hit the like button obviously are black, but I said this in a live I did the other day. If you go to the comments in that video, I'm gonna tell you what the comments consist of. Listen close. In the comments, they're all white folk giving all these different reasons for why they saw nothing wrong with that video, fam. And I had to remember, okay, this is the internet. I ain't gonna get too out of character. If you seen some of the shit they were saying, oh, he couldn't see out the suit. Oh, they weren't in the yellow line. Oh, they treated the other kid the same way. Y'all are always trying to play the victim. Y'all are always trying to make it about race. All these different things said, fam. And then it comes out that you got a history. These motherfuckers got a history of disrespecting black kids, man. And it go to show you, no matter what we do, it's gonna always be like that. And the people who just don't give a fuck about seeing our side, they're never gonna admit that their people do wrongdoings. It's just gonna be like that, fam. It's that shit. Even when it comes to the kids, they can't put that racist shit to the side, bruh. Go ahead, man.
I was just like, are we even surprised? I'm not really wanted here. We tolerate it, but it's time for us to start building our own. Period. Stop complaining, and we need to have those Black Wall Streets again. We have more millionaire Black people now more than ever. Why are we still begging for handouts to be treated fairly when, I mean, we experience racism so much to where we rationalize it in our own brains, like what the lady said. Well, maybe, we just automatically, because if we do say something, we'll be deemed angry. We always complaining. I mean, it's victim shaming. So it's like,
Definitely. I want to say what's up with you, Queen Onyx. Business in the building.
Hey, sis.
My take on the shit. Once again, you can see towards the end of the clip that the sister says, "Why don't you hug a few melanated children, the brown and black, to make us feel like we're basically normal or we're there, right? So it doesn't look bad, right? But why does it have to be a point like that in society where you have to hug the black or brown kid just to make you see, oh, we see you? You know what I mean? Where it should just be where you should be doing your fucking job. You know what I mean? If you're not going to touch everybody, just don't touch nobody. That would be my company policy. If that was my company, I would be like, if you can't get to every kid, don't do that shit. Right? So to me, it's just like, look, you damn if you do, damn if you don't, man. Because we complain all the time about, the George Floyds, the Sandra Blands, the Oscar Grants. We get killed all the time. They say you didn't comply, so that means you should have died. My brother just died a day ago, 2 days ago, I think, in Oakland. And he got beat severely by the police. And they said, oh, he ran. I guess it was at a stop sign or some shit like that. He ran, and he ran to his house or some shit like that, then got beat, severely beat, face all bleeding and shit. And everybody's in there saying, in the comment section, of course, the Nazis and shit, are saying, oh, you were supposed to get beat because you didn't stop at the stop sign and take your ticket. Why do the police have to be so violent with us? But when it comes to the Buffalo shooter, they walk him to the car. When he has a rifle that says, I hate N-words. And let me go to the Buffalo shopping mart and kill all the elders. But I get walked off because I'm a Nazi and I'm white and I have white privilege. See, a lot of these motherfuckers don't even know what the fuck privilege is. So that's why they keep fighting you. If I had privilege, my people would be doing what your people was doing, and we would say, hey, I was afraid. I got scared. So I used my Uzi instead of my fucking my taser and shit. And I wanted to kill some motherfuckers, like how they kill us. Because how many times have we heard that I thought my gun, I thought my taser was the or my gun, I thought it was a taser. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? They pull out the taser instead of the pull out the gun instead of the taser, and then they shoot the motherfucker and they say, "Oh, I thought it was my taser." How many times do they do that? And we accept that, and then we just move on to the next victim. You know, so at one point we gotta say this shit's gotta stop. Like Scorpio said, at some point this shit has to cease. It has to we have to get rid of this shit. We have to start changing some laws. We got to get some acts put in place like the Asians did for their little shit. You know what I mean? And that's what we should be fighting for. Real fucking shit. But I don't want to be long winded though.
I was gonna say, the history of the policing was slave patrols, and some of those practices from then is still going on. The first thing they ask is, "Let me see your papers," which is ID or whatever. But we've been here too long. We need to demand what we want and stop bullshit. Period. It's too many of us. If we would ever get on the same accord and demand, like, this would be the perfect time now, because the world has seen firsthand, okay, this is what they do to Black people. But now they don't even have, the news doesn't even show, mainstream media doesn't even, broadcast police shootings, and they're still going on. A child just got shot and paralyzed. He had his hands up. And, like you said, all we going to do is march for a couple of weeks or whatever. And then the parents, they signed the, what do they call that when you can't speak on it no more? It's like, if these parents, even with Trayvon Martin's mother, her and the father was very vocal, but when they settled with the money, you hear from them, but even the George Floyd family, like, they sign that money, they get the money, and then one of the clauses is they can't speak about it anymore.
Exactly. That's so true. And what's going to start happening is a lot of Caucasians are going to start caring when they see it in their taxes that you got to pay for every brother that you keep killing and every sister you keep shooting that's off duty from her job and shit. Then you're going to start complaining about that. Well, fuck. I seen a comment that has said, "Oh, he planned the shit. The dude that got beat up the other day by the cops, he planned it so he could get a suit or whatever to get the money, right?" But my whole thing is why can't you just leave us the fuck alone and do your fucking job properly without always trying to shoot us and kill us? Then maybe all
That's
this
so we
these
don't
lawsuits.
speak up, to shame the victim, so the victim don't speak up. That's a tactic, It's like somebody just constantly hitting you upside your head. You're like, hey, he's hitting me upside my head, and people not paying attention. But then when you bust his goddamn head to the white meat, then you the problem, and it's a mess. It's we have to go on autopilot. We are constantly under duress, day in, day out. You don't know if going to the grocery store you're gonna get killed just because you Black. You don't know if you're gonna send your kids to school and they're gonna make it back. Like, we under constant duress, and the powers that be always put us against each other, with the dark skin versus light skin, the rich, the people that the haves, the have-nots, like, and we fall for it. It's like, where are the leaders? Like, Tupac was, I just, that hurted me so much, because he sparked thought. He made single mothers feel, hold your head up, like, it's gonna be okay. Like, he come from the same things we came from, and he spoke about it. And it's like, every glimpse of somebody that could spark change they just cut him off. Like Obama, he was so inspirational. Like he done retired. We don't even hear from his dad till he on the golf course. Like it's a mess. It's embarrassing. Like, and we expect to be respected by other races. How? We don't even respect ourselves. We don't look out for ourselves. I mean, black people will stab you in the back and cut your throat at the same time. Some of them. And that's real. It's hurtful. It's like,
It's a
but
shame.
that's reality. Yeah. Go ahead, y'all.
It's a crime, damn shame.
Go ahead, bro.
Nah, you go ahead, bro. I was just agreeing with what she was saying.
Yeah, everything she said, man. Even what Queen Onyx put in the chat, man. We need our own planet, shit. And you know, we need to actually build that planet just for us, so it doesn't get, you know, Black Wall Street and blew up. You know what I
There's
mean?
no place on this earth white men haven't came. I mean, they done ravished the whole goddamn planet to the where the animals extinct now. Okay, so I see what Sis saying, and Sis is on it because if we could, but they'll just fly up there, and you know, and want to hang out with us, and we come on, and next thing you know, I mean, I'm sorry. Go ahead, y'all.
No, it's true, man. I think now with the intellectual tools and all the information we got now, I think we can govern ourselves a lot better than our ancestors did. You know what I mean? We know what to do now. We just not doing it. That's the only problem. We want to fucking do fucking beef wars and shit, gender wars and shit. You know, we know what to do, and we know what we have to do, and we got to start building. We need our own hospitals, our own banks, all that fucking shit. We need to start doing that shit.
We have black people. Black people have enough wealth. And Oprah, big disappointment. Jordan, big disappointment. I guess Jay-Z and Beyonce trying. I guess, but some of the richest people on the planet, and I mean, but they don't come back and put nothing into nothing. They'll a little park here and there, but like infrastructure, no. Mm-mm. No.
Well, we saw what Nip Hussle was doing, and he got killed.
Yes, exactly.
He was doing all that shit. He
inspired so many.
And I noticed that a lot of the brothers that come from the hood, especially California, like the Pox and the Nips, we do go back home. And we do build because, I mean, that's all you got, man. You don't have shit else, you know what I mean? When I go back to my hometown, when I go back to the town, you know, I want to be, you know, at peace. I want to know that my little cousins can play at the parks, you know what I mean? On the east side of Oakland, you know what I mean? And they could go to the parks and not have to get shot. Because us brothers, us men, we talk. You know what I mean? And the dude that had, you know, assassinated him, because that's what I call it, you know, he was a fucking hater. He was a hater.
Ooh, did you see them beat the dog
they got
mess
fucked up.
out of here? Lord.
Yeah. Got fucked up. Surprised he's still alive and shit. He got his family killed for no reason. Because you hate Nip and what Nip is doing. But this is the thing, man. We gotta stop hating so fucking much when you see a brother come up, man. Or a sister. Congratulate that motherfucker. Like, damn, you came where I came from, sis. You came where I came from. Woo, 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 bro. Congratulate. Don't kill that motherfucker, man. Don't kill that motherfucker, man. I'm dead ass serious, man. That motherfucker was building shit on parks. He was doing shit for kids. So they wouldn't have that mindset that bitch ass dude had. So these kids can have some shit, man. Ain't these motherfuckers ain't doing shit. What Drake built? What Eminem built for us? I don't give a fuck what he built for his town. What he built specifically, exclusively for African American people, where we don't have to be out here shooting each other. What'd he do? What'd he build? Cause I don't
I
hear nothing.
said if that guy was an op at that grocery store, he wouldn't have never made it out of that grocery store alive. But a white person got a chance to walk in there and pick him off at his own will. That is insane. But we'll kill each other over
Exactly. Well,
stupid stuff.
Caucasians are coordinated in exterminating us. They
And
know
we
how to do
we
this shit.
fall for the banana and the tailpipe. We up here arguing about light versus dark, which I have never heard of anything like that until I came to social media. Because half my family light and half is dark, and my best friend is dark. Like I never knew it was a thing till I came here, but it is. We got so many obstacles thrown at us. It's like we on a rat wheel, like a wheel just running, ain't going nowhere, but just moving. For what? It's crazy.
And what's crazy about that shit is I want to add on that because in the Bay Area, I got yellow cousins, fucking whatever color you want to call them, mulatto motherfuckers, black motherfuckers, brown motherfuckers. I'm brown. And I never knew what the fuck color was until I got on this motherfucker. And I never knew what black on black crime was coming from where I come from because everybody kill everybody where I'm from. So that was such a new shit. I'm like in my old hood with Mexicans and shit. Now it's Asians in that motherfucker, and these motherfuckers talk how I talk. They get down how I get down. I'm telling y'all y'all gonna be like, what the fuck? This Asian dude more blacker than me. You feel me? Like it's crazy in Cali, you know what I mean? Especially the Bay. And I was like, black on black crime. I'm like, everybody kill everybody out here though. How is that actually like a real crime, bro?
I don't know what's going on, but it's black against Asian crime now in the Bay Area. They starting to they picking them Asians, robbing them. One of just last week in Chinatown, and you know the police force is strong out there, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, the Bay Area.
He was delivering food, and they was like, "Get out the car!" Trying to steal his car. He didn't get out. They shot him, killed him. They shot him.
But you,
Go ahead.
They doing that shit in certain areas though, man. You know, in a town shit with fucking exactly they targeted them. But you know, in Oakland though, we got rappers like Ezel and P-Lo. These motherfuckers hang with us and shit, man. Like ain't no motherfucking Asian versus no Afro American shit. Like we
But
cool
let me
as
tell
fuck.
you how fast those Asian advocates came and start patrolling those areas. That's what we gonna do. That somebody get killed, you leave your candles and your bottles and all that, and then I guess the advocates come, but after the smoke, they leave. Like we need a Debo on each block in the hood to govern the community. Like no, we need to govern our own communities. Like no, you're not gonna be on this block doing stupid stuff. No, and I think that would help.
Yeah, I think it's time to. We do have to start calling out these bitch ass dudes and a lot of the whole behavior they do, man. We should always have been doing that. You feel me? But I just think, time, it comes a time, time and place, And I think that we just have to start looking towards ourselves, man. I don't look to law enforcement shit. I don't even look at laws to protect me anymore. Because I know they're not here to protect me. Shit.
That's a fact.
You feel me? And I think that the laws need to change too. We don't just need to act.
We have to demand. We have to demand the laws change. We have to.
We need to get a lot of these people out of office and shit. For real. We need to get a lot of these people in these government social positions as leaders. Get them the fuck out. We don't need them governing us. We're already fucked up as it is, man.
They was
And
trying to recall Gavin Newsom. He had to come out giving out money. They almost had him out of here because they was like, it's too much crime. So then we can do that.
yeah, it's gonna be a point. Like I said, this is the point. There is no waiting. This is the point where it's time for us to start doing for self and doing things to show the younger generation, man, that we are adults. And we do have to clean up a lot of shit that a lot of these 60-year-olds did. You know what I mean? Just how they conduct themselves on social media. We have to clean up this shit. Because it's fucked up. It's fucked up that they act the way they do. And then the generation that's supposed to be looking up at y'all, we have to fucking make for ourselves. I got to do for myself now, and I got to create for myself, and I got to be a role model for the younger generation. If I want to see a change, so they don't kill me, they don't assassinate me, do a nip on me. So it's now. It's now or never.
I know out here in California, I don't know if it's everywhere else, but you will get followed home. I mean, they followed this dude. They chased him actually in the Pleasant Hill. They chased him. He crashed. They went up to him and took his Rolex and killed him. They will follow you home. So you can't even, if you got nice things, you can't even really put it on display because somebody wanted, they're gonna come get it. It's crazy. But they will follow people home and you thinking, you going about your business, you being stalked and don't even know it. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Like when black people talk like we got some sense, a lot of these white folk that just don't care to hear what we gotta say. They look at us like we crazy. Like for instance, going back to what we was just talking about, as far as like the videos that's out about them disrespecting the black kids and shit like that. They see that as us complaining. They just don't want to see our side. You know what I'm saying? They try to put down the fact that we really do deal with discrimination, for example. Like for another example, there's this video out. This black girl in Charlotte, North Carolina was applying for a job at Target. She was trying to get this little job for a few years, actually, her and her boyfriend at the same place, I believe, right? And they got shot down every time. And then this girl joked about it to her boyfriend and said, maybe if I change my name from Natori to Tori and said that I'm a mixed race girl instead of African American, maybe I'll get the job. Guess what she did? She put down that she wasn't an African American, but more of a mixed race. And she ended up getting the job. And the people swear to God that they wasn't hiring at the time, but the girl had proof and everything, and put it to you like this, like that's, it's like a separate subject, but Target, that's a place that's been known to have situations where they discriminate all the time. I had lawsuits and all type of shit. But I say all that to say, when we talk about the things we talk about, them ignorant white folk don't hear us, man, no matter what it is.
It's systematic racism. It's a system set in place. Like, why do you need to even know the race any goddamn way? Why is that on every application?
So y'all, I want to ask y'all a question, even the chat. Y'all do know the difference between racism and prejudice, right?
Yeah, racism, prejudice can be, you can have a prejudice over parking at a certain spot, or go ahead and explain it, because it's, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, there's a couple of things that goes with that. Now, if you go with the Google definition, it would be ideology based. So that would be me saying my people are stronger, far superior, all that shit, right? The same shit that the Nazis are saying. Like they say, our IQ is smaller, so our IQ is lower. Our brain is smaller. There we go. Our skull is small. Our brain is small. The skull big, but ain't nothing in the skull. That would be like a form of racism because it would be an ideology that they're forming, and that's usually what the Klan has when they just feel like you're less than. Prejudice would be just not like having kind of like a bias towards somebody. Like I don't like that motherfucker because I don't like that Asian because he spit on. Or I got spit on by an Asian or some shit. So now I just have a prejudice for all Asians and shit because of that. Because I got spit on when I was a kid, and I just don't like Asians for that matter. Racism also, a lot of times people don't even get it. Could be linked to the systematic racism, what you just said, which
Supremacy,
is
yeah.
yes, and that would be exactly what you just said, which would be linked to power. So if you don't have any fucking power, you're pretty much oppressed, and what comes with power comes oppression. So when people are saying our people, melanated people, I'm not racist, like bitch, of course you're not. You don't have no fucking power. They killing and they are wording your ass at the same time. That cop in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So you don't have any fucking power to even say that. So I don't get it. But you can be prejudiced, definitely. Am I prejudiced at times? Fuck yes. I'd be lying if I didn't say that. I keep shit lit. You feel me? Real shit. And I'm always gonna be that way because that's how I survive. That's how I survived in California. That's how I'm gonna always be. I don't walk around thinking everybody's my friend. I don't walk around like color doesn't exist. Bitch, I'm from California. There's a lot of gang banging here, and you gotta have a mindset to survive somewhere. Now I know it's different in different coasts, but unfortunately, that's not how we operate out here. If you get locked up, you gotta be with your own, and a lot of that mentality spills out in the California streets. So you can't walk around with that gullible shit. I don't know if anybody can hear me. Everybody quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all hear me? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sitting here rambling and shit, but I mean, when we talk about this shit get me hypey, man. It get me amped, you know, because it's real shit. It's serious shit. Now, I'm not saying all of California like that, but what I'm saying is you don't want to ever walk around like you're not a melanated being, like you're not somebody of color who has a target on their back because of the social media, because of these fucking coons on social media that make it so fucking hard for us to have pride. And when I have pride myself, everybody look at it like I'm doing something to them because a black man's not allowed to have any fucking pride or have a fucking backbone. Why? Because you're so used to dealing with these coon ass motherfuckers on here that agrees with you. I'll tap dance for you for a cash app. It's like as soon as you get some pride and you have some confidence towards yourself because you are a black person in America, now it's a fucking problem. But if I put my head down and I said, yes, master, all goddamn day long, them motherfuckers like you. Caucasians love you when you do that shit. You don't believe me? Check it out on the social media. Do a social media experiment right fucking now. Right
That's the
fucking
Tommy
now.
Sotomayor
And
syndrome.
exactly. Do a social experiment right fucking now. All y'all motherfuckers that are listening to this shit. Do it right now and agree with everything that fucking Caucasian is telling you. Well, that's not right. Well, we can be racist too. Well, what, bitch? What power? What guns? What military? What
They
systematic
bold
power
as
do you
hell
have?
too.
Go ahead.
No, they real bold with it because, like Realist was saying, they'll come under your comments talking all kind of racist stuff, like and go back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
It's just to try to provoke you or, make it seem
Mm-hmm.
like you complaining. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And they swear you ain't got no sense. They swear, because of how our swag and our culture is that we can't have an intelligent conversation. I put it to the test just the other night. This one girl, she thought she knew everything, fam. She was going back and forth with me about. I wasn't even going to indulge, but I could see that she was young, ignorant. She didn't even know what she was talking about. I'm not going to say verbatim what I was saying to her, but I kept coming at her with facts about what she was talking about. She just wanted to make me look like I was wrong, right? She kept coming back. And I kept coming at this girl with facts, and I backed her ass up into a corner where she couldn't even say nothing. She stopped messaging me and everything. So, you got to let them know sometimes. Listen, black people do shit with violence all the time. I can sit and have a conversation with you. I got plenty of sense. We might get crazy. That's because we get sick of that bullshit that be going on. You know what I mean?
Passionate.
Exactly.
You threaten us, you threaten our life, and we got to look at another brother, sister, and now it's a thing where you got all these old clips of these kids being disrespected. Yeah, we quick to say I will slap this shit, you know what I'm saying? But it don't always got to be like that, but they'll take you there. It definitely will take you there, but they be waiting for that, you know what I'm saying, just to put you down even more.
That's the perfect time to go build a goddamn Disneyland, to build our own.
Build a black land. Call that melanated land, man. Make our own
Wakanda.
characters and shit. Hell yeah.
Wakanda. Shit.
Yeah.
But real shit. Do an experiment on something that's like race related, right? And agree with every fucking point of view that these Nazis come with. Agree with it and say yes. My people very violent. Yeah, oh, he deserved to get killed. Yeah.
So
then
you want
do
us to
another
tap
one.
dance?
No. Just it's an experiment. No. This is a social experiment. Then do another experiment where you challenge them on every fucking thing, and tell me if it's not like night or day. Tell me if it's not like night or day. Them motherfuckers now, you're an N-word. You're N-word. You people suck.
Oh, what used to get me is that didn't do nothing. Didn't do nothing. Them little remarks.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Him didn't do nothing.
Me up.
It didn't do nothing. Like you stupid bitch. Like you.
And they go to our spaces. It's not like we over there in the in the supremacy section. We in our own space, and they just come. But not all white people racist. I do have to say that because
no,
I don't know.
I would be, and I don't think all people, every single person of every ethnic group is prejudiced either.
Right.
What I'm saying is what I'm trying to get melanated people in my chat and who listens to this shit, motherfucker, don't be no fucking sucker. Don't be no bitch ass motherfucker. You bring it to these motherfuckers how they bring it to you. I always been like that since day one on my shit. I ain't never been no motherfucker sucker, man. That shit ain't in my blood, man. Real shit. I done fought every motherfucker. I got down with anybody on my block. Any motherfucker. I done fought Samoans and shit. That was crazy about it. I done fought a Samoan. That motherfucker almost killed me. I ain't gonna even lie, but we cool. We cool now. You know what I mean? I see Kalaki, man. I'm like, what's happening with you, man? You know what I mean? We good with it, man. But I ain't never been no sucker, man. I ain't never been bred that shit, man. My child would never allow me to be a little bitch, just walking around not accepting shit. You know what I mean? If you bring a fade to me, I'm gonna give you every fucking thing that you want. That's all I'm trying to put in my motherfucking people. It ain't nothing wrong with having some motherfucking pride, man. It ain't nothing wrong with complimenting your women. You're not a fucking simp because you like your fucking women. Your women are beautiful. You just have to show them a fucking way. Show them the way. Be the leader for your women instead of complaining and bitching about them all fucking day. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. When you were saying all that, first thing I'm thinking about, like when you talk about, as far as YouTube goes, they ain't thinking about none of that type of shit. Nothing about, like actually standing for something. You ain't gonna get that watching motherfuckers on here. That's a fact.
Exactly. And for me, it's like, I want to tell the truth to my people. I want to showcase the good and the bad. But overall, I'm always going to leave with we need to better ourselves. We need to have our own products. We need to have our own stores, our own banks. Don't be afraid to compliment your fucking people, man. It's sickening to see what we become through social media, man. I always told myself I want to use the social media for good. yeah, I make some fucking remarks about, these coon ass tap dancing old bitches and shit. That, these dudes, you know what I mean, tap dancing and shit for massa and shit. But at the same time, this is somebody that if we did have a race war, that's somebody that's probably gonna be on my side. That I'm gonna have to work with in a fucking war, which is crazy. Because if a war started today, it'll be like the California prison system. You feel me? So it'll be like that's gonna be my ally, that ignorant ass fucking bitch, that old ass motherfucker. So how do you work? How do you work with these fucking people that are supposed to be your fucking people when you getting fucked in the system too at the same time? That's a question that I have.
That's a good ass question. I don't know.
Abby, what's going on with you? Appreciate you being here, sister. Thank you. And the panel is always open too, because I know you are well opinionated. Y'all had a nice discussion last show.
Yeah. That shit was intense.
Oh yeah. But at the end of the day, man, I think that, the conversation you sisters did have about the colorism and all that, I think it was good how you guys handled yourself. Y'all were very mature about the shit. Y'all wasn't yelling, calling each other bees and none of that shit. And the sister Kai got her point off and Abby got her point off, Scorp got her point off. I think it was beautiful. I think we need panels like that really dive into that shit. You know what I mean?
That'd be fire.
hmm But I do got another clip, probably my last clip of the day. I don't want to be on here for too long. So we are getting the discussion is cracking. I definitely am getting everything that I wanted to say. But, I want to go back a little bit to when I talk about self-hatred and I talk about self-love. And I think a lot of times we don't know the effect as grown people that we're having on children. And when children are watching, this black man hating broad on here that just hates black men, telling them we should die with sugar booties and all this shit. I don't think she's on here. I don't think we understand that the younger sister generation, they're watching this shit. And they're taking lead to what y'all saying and how y'all feel about us brothers. And I just want y'all, this is a serious thing too, because I don't know if this young sister was found or not. I'm gonna check back on the story. Like I barely just found it, and I just thought it was interesting. Just check it out. I'm gonna let y'all check it out.
Now to this story. An 11-year-old girl from Missouri City is still missing tonight.
As Fox 26's Dominique Keith tells us, an Amber Alert has been issued, and she was initially believed to have been taken by a man that she actually met on social media, Dominique.
Yeah, 11-year-old Imani Stevens is said to be in danger after relatives say she left her Missouri City home with a man she met online. But the man Missouri City police have been looking for all day. In the photo that they released, they say he is no longer a person of interest.
I'm fearful that I'll probably never see her again. And I love my baby. She was the last piece to my son.
In fact, Kimberly Wright says she believes grief from the shooting death of her father is why her 11-year-old granddaughter, who lives with her, climbed out her window and left home just before 2 a.m. with a man Missouri City police initially identified as 21-year-old Daniel Leonardo Diaz.
She's my love. I lost her dad. He was my only child.
Missouri City police investigators say Diaz is cooperating, came in to talk with them, and is no longer a person of interest. Wright says she believes Imani is with a man she met online and says her 11-year-old granddaughter left home with that man 2 Saturdays ago.
Now we are back in this situation again. I think he has really gotten in her head because of everything that she has gone through.
Around 2 a.m., Wright says her granddaughter opened the front door and the alarm went off, so she told her grandmother she was just making sure the door was locked. Less than an hour later, a security guard keeping an eye on the homes under construction in the area knocked on Wright's door, telling her he saw a little girl coming from the backyard and a man putting her in his truck and driving away.
Imani, if you're listening, please, baby, just come home. We can work through this.
Imani is believed to have left with a man driving a newer model gray pickup truck. If you know where she is, call Missouri City Police.
I don't have anything else. I just have her. I want her back.
Now, the Missouri City Police Department actually released 2 photos today of 2 different men by the name of Daniel Diaz. They say both are no longer considered a person of interest. And Kimberly Wright says earlier this month, when her 11-year-old granddaughter left with a man that she met online, she said she got her granddaughter back that time because she tracked her cell phone, but she took the granddaughter's cell phone away from her after that incident, so she doesn't have a way to track her this time. Reporting live in Missouri City, I'm Damalie Keith, Fox 26 News.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Very young, right? I mean, Score, I won't go to you. I won't put you in the hot seat, but you a parent. I know you're going to be getting that belt ready and that switch ready, right?
Oh, that's above my pay grade. I don't know. Keep running off with old men. I don't know.
That's wild, man.
I'm saying if that was my child, it would be probably be in jail that night. But he'll be getting his ass beat, but she'll be getting her ass beat too. You can't think that. You couldn't possibly think that shit is acceptable. I don't know where the fuck you motherfuckers is from, but you couldn't possibly think that's acceptable. Hell no. What is she, 11? 11. With a 21-year-old that you met from social media. Why is the 11-year-old on social media?
I was about to say that too. That's why they got damn parental, advisories and shit like that for kids that young. Like, she ain't had no business being on that bitch. Word.
Yeah, the 11, that might be too young for a cell phone.
Yeah.
With all access. Like, I don't know, maybe as a teenager, but 11? Yeah, you would have to have all kind of parental, guides on it. Like, you wouldn't be able to do nothing but just call, pretty much, or text. I don't know.
That's a shame right there.
I'm gonna put the rest, Queen Onyx. I'm gonna check back up on the story, and I'm gonna put the rest on my community tab, so you could I'm gonna look for a follow up on that story, because that was just a clip that I found of that shit, and I just thought to myself, like, damn, this little girl is so fucking young. I couldn't even believe it. That's a grown ass fucking man, bro. It's a grown adult man. And she just don't give a fuck. And I'm thinking about, like, where do they get that shit from, man? Because, like, when I was coming up, it's your parents will ask who the fuck coming to your house. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't never seen these homies. Who are they? You know what I mean? Like, you got a curfew. The locks they gonna be locked. I think mine. Let me see. I think mine was 10. So anything after 10, I was pretty much at the homie's house, because there wasn't no way I was gonna be able to come to my house. Shit, them motherfuckers was locked. Oh no. Real melanated parents? No, they don't play that shit. Some real Bay Area parents, they ain't playing with that shit. Your motherfucking ass gonna be there at a decent time, And when you at your grandma's house, that shit is even worse. Because there's all kinds of shit. Not only do you gotta be home earlier, there's certain people you can't fuck with. There's certain shit you have to do when you at the house. Know what I mean? So I'm like, what went wrong with raising these children? Why are they doing this shit? Why do you think it's okay that you could bring a grown ass motherfucking man around or go out with a grown ass fucking man? I think that you're 11 fucking years old. Are you fucking shit? Who is this? Who is this little girl's parents? Really?
Well, the
I just
father
don't.
passed away, so maybe she grieving in the wrong way. So it's definitely something psychological going on with the little girl.
Yeah, she needs some therapy, man. Like she needs counseling, I should say, and a guidance counselor to just help her and guide her and get her on the right path. And somebody should be telling her, man, like you're 11 fucking years old. Pretty sure turning 12. Maybe you already turned 12. Why are you doing that? That's an adult motherfucking man. What the fuck? I don't get it, man. This ain't my generation, man. That's probably why I don't get it. Come from a different generation, man.
And who know what's going on now? They say that she had took the phone before she left, so now she can't call her now, right? That's what they had said.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. She waited too long to take that damn phone, and on top of that, I hate to say it, it's fucked up as it sounds. Now ain't no telling if the girl alive or dead now. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it don't turn out like that.
Man,
But
I don't
damn.
know what it is.
I know.
But I'm gonna look into that story though and all that. I just the age difference really got me because I'm like, bro, you a fucking adult. She 11. Why are you sexually attracted to an 11-year-old?
For real, that's crazy.
What the fuck is you? I just don't get that shit. That shit is weird, disgusting,
It's a
disturbing.
sickness. Mhm.
Like what the fuck, bro? And then you trying to pick her up and all this shit like she a grown woman and that's a kid, bro. That's a child. Do you not understand that? That's a fucking child.
Yeah, you gotta hug your babies tight because there's predators all around. They be in plain sight. You don't even know. It's sad.
That shit it's kind of just disheartening to see how this generation is, this new generation, and how they don't care, respect authority. Whenever I did the smallest shit, I used to get my ass beat just to put you in place. It wasn't like, oh, you didn't make your bed or anything. It was like, oh, you stole something from the liquor store, got arrested. True story. You get your ass beat, and your parents is gonna be hella fucking mad with you for a long fucking time.
But
That's the era I
these
come from.
days, you go to jail. You can go right to jail for disciplining your kids.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm gonna hop off because I'm in the midst of cooking dinner and it's almost ready. I want to be smacking on the stream yard.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. I'm about to get ready to get off too. I don't want this to be a long live, but definitely because I'm gonna go out today with a clip that I want y'all to watch. So don't leave, y'all. Y'all watch this shit to the
What you gonna
fullest.
put up the leg, Twinkle Toes? You gonna put up Twinkle Toes?
No, that's already up.
Oh, I thought you was gonna
No, no,
put
no, no,
it.
no, 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 no. This is educational.
Realist,
It's
did
gonna
you
be
see
educational.
it? You should get men's opinions about that. Is that normal for men to have form like that? Straight, no slack in the leg, no. I'm just trying to find out because I can't even get my leg to be. I just can't do it. Is that normal for men to be able to put them legs up to the moon like that?
Somebody putting their legs up and all that. Damn.
It's a video that Dom posted of a elderly person.
Oh wow.
He had his legs
And
straight in the air like a gymnast. Mm.
that's crazy. And he an older dude too? I can't do that shit.
Right. I'm like, anyways, y'all be easy. It's been nothing but love, y'all. Y'all have a good Sunday.
Peace to you, School.
Peace.
Damn. I was just about to say, you there, Dome? You know we in different times now. You got old dudes putting their legs all the way up and all that. You too old to even be trying that, fam. If I was that old, I'd be too scared to do that, thinking I might hurt something. Y'all tripping. The old folks ain't even the way they used to be. Huh? Damn. I don't want to meet that brother. You're supposed to teach the younger people some things, but damn, I don't want to know how to do that, fam. I don't want to know how to do that. Fuck. Bugging. Yo.
Oh, my bad. This man just clicked right on off and putting me off. But I was gonna say some of what we talked about, bro, and tell people where they can find you and shit, man.
Yeah, man, just type in realest one, realest one here or just realest one for short. Look me up. I be talking about all type of different shit, a little bit of something for everybody, you know what I mean? So, hit me up or whatever.
Definitely, man. What do you think about what we talked about tonight, man? Any
I mean,
advice for anybody out there?
as usual, it's on point. You know what I'm saying? A lot of good points made, you know. I just think the times that we in right now, I don't know, bro. Like, a lot of people don't care to sit and listen. And when you talk about the whole ignorance and the racism thing, it's fucked up as it is. That shit gonna always be around. Like some white folk that might not necessarily be so racist or ignorant, they just don't care to hear outside of the story. But that's bad because when you got all these clips of little kids being dissed like that, you should, as a human, put that to the side and look at what the fuck is going on in this damn clip. So it just go to show you how fucked up the world really is, dog. You know what I mean?
Man, tell me about it. All right, so before we end this, I definitely want to thank everybody that showed up, the chat, scored the realest. I appreciate y'all always showing up, man, making this shit pop and shit, man. We had our discussions that were, varied tonight, but I'm gonna leave y'all with this clip of the sister, and she's basically breaking down privilege, and I think that she breaks down privilege so incredibly, right? It's so elegant how she breaks it down that please, if you got respect for yourself, respect for your people, respect for what's going on, watch the clip all the way through, man. This sister is really powerful. This clip is very powerful. And y'all have a great night. Be safe out there, man. I don't want to go too long tonight, but I definitely appreciate everybody that showed up, man. Watch the clip all the way through, y'all. And y'all be safe tonight, man. Lock your doors up and be grateful that you are living and you can be here to learn and love on yourself and love the people that's around you and love your family. A lot of us don't take enough time to do that and love ourselves, through everything that we triumphed over and all the wars and shit. Take some time out the day for yourself to give yourself a mental break and understand that, yes, we are in the system, but it doesn't mean we have to be victims. It just means we have to rise above this shit. All right, man. Watch this clip, man. All right, realist, bro. Appreciate you. You be safe, man. All y'all be safe. Shalom.
Bro.
Peace.
What's up, everybody? I'm Dr. CI of Diversity, and this is episode number 9 of our 2018 learning series. So today we're going to be talking about privilege and oppression. What does that even mean? Let's start with privilege. Well, privilege is a form of your identity that gives you an advantage over another group, and usually a targeted group, okay, which results in an oppression. Because an oppression cannot exist without a privilege, just like a privilege can't exist without an oppression. And when you think about an oppression, you think about a number of prejudices that have become a system that discriminates against people based on some sort of authoritative figure that allows for that to happen, right? So when you think about privilege, there are two types, the earned and the unearned privilege. Now, an earned privilege is something that you work for. It's like achieving your educational degree. And unearned privilege is like white privilege, like you are born into whiteness, you have been labeled that skin color, and because of that, you have acquired certain privileges due to systemic policies, etc., that put you in that position historically, that still are very prevalent now in the age that we live in. And so if you think about that, you have to understand that just because you have privilege doesn't mean that you don't have oppression. Privilege and oppression can run simultaneously, and I'm gonna give you an example of that. For example, let's think about a white woman, okay? This white woman who joins this board of directors, and there's nothing but white men on the board of directors. Now, simultaneously, she is facing privilege and oppression. Her privilege comes from her white privilege, and that's an unearned privilege. She was born into that. She has that. Where the position she's in, she can't change that. Her oppression is in the fact that she's a woman in a group of men. They are less likely to listen to her. She may not have as much decision-making power because of her gender identity and being the non-dominant group when it comes to that gender identity and not having equal rights in that space. So do you understand that privilege and oppression can run simultaneously, and that just because you have privilege doesn't make you a bad person, right? It just means that you have this advantage over a group in some way, shape, or form, and you need to understand how to use that to become an ally to amplify and empower other targeted groups. Now, if you look in our descriptions, I'm going to give you some resources on what it means to be a good ally and how to make sure that you amplify and empower other groups in the process while understanding your own privilege. So again, I'm Dr. CI. Check out our resources at the bottom and stay tuned for episode number 10.